So the Tampa Bay Rays have made a trade, and every time the Rays make a trade, I look at it and I say, that was so stupid. Rays, you guys are idiots. And then a year later, I look at it and I say, damn, Rays are freaking geniuses.
And he drives it into right center field, hit it Todd. This baby is way back on here.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Humm Baby Baseball channel. And the Tampa Bay Rays have made a deal with the Cardinals. This is another big trade for the Rays. They made a trade earlier in the offseason with the Padres, sending Tommy Pham over to the Padres for Hunter Renfroe. A couple of pitchers involved in that deal, and I thought, dang, I like the Padres in that deal, and I really do still like the Padres in that deal, but time might tell that the Rays were right, because time usually tells that the Rays were right. The Rays typically make pretty good trades. And again, in this trade, I tend to think that the Cardinals might have won this deal, but time will tell. More than likely, time will tell that the Rays won the deal. But let's take a look at the specifics. The Cardinals have sent Jose Martinez and Randy Arozarena to Tampa Bay in exchange for first-round draft pick Matthew Liberatore and a low minors catching prospect. The Rays also sent a compensation B pick to the Cardinals for a compensation A pick. So the Rays are going to get a better draft pick, but the Rays are taking on Randy Arozarena and Jose Martinez, but they're giving away one of their big prospects, Matthew Liberatore. So actually, the Rays do get to move up about 30 picks in the draft. Who knows who they can pick up? And they're getting a couple of hitters who are decent. Jose Martinez can hit. We'll look at their stats in a little more detail in a minute. But really, the Rays, they're giving up a pretty damn good pitcher. And if he turns out to be a really good pitcher, that's what the deal is. That's why the Cardinals are making this move, to get a young, high prospect pitcher into their system, while the Rays now are trying to get some immediate help with these two hitters. But I think the Rays also get that higher draft pick. It's actually pretty close, but I feel like if this pitcher, Liberatore, turns out to be pretty good, I'm kind of like the Cardinals, because I can see a name. Now, who knows who these draft picks will end up being? That's yet to be seen. But just as far as the players I see before me, if we ignore the draft pick thing, which can't really be ignored, it's part of the deal, but if I was to ignore it, then I like the Cardinals in this deal. I think pretty obviously that's why they had to give away their higher draft pick as well to make the deal happen. Liberatore is a 20-year-old left-handed pitcher, 16th overall pick in 2018. He's got a fastball in the mid-90s, a devastating curveball, really good stuff, and he had a 3.1 ERA with 76 strikeouts and 78 innings for Bowling Green in 2019. There's a reason this guy was drafted so high, and he was actually projected to be even higher than 16th. So this guy is a legit prospect. And the Cardinals, who had a multitude of outfielders in that outfield, now will have an easier time figuring out who's going to play where. And they might still be in the Marcell Ozuna sweepstakes, trying to re-sign him and bring him back to St. Louis now that they have more space out in the outfield with the trading of these two guys. Now, Martinez, he played a full season in 2018, hit 17 home runs, 83 RBI, and a 305 batting average, but he only hit 269 in 2019 with 10 bombs in 334 at-bats. Negative .3 WAR in 19 and a 1.5 WAR in 18. The guy's all right. He doesn't have any good defense. He's probably going to be DHing a lot because he has mainly been playing first base and a little bit of outfield. The guy's just not a very good defensive player. So he's in there for his bat, and his bat is okay, but it's not exactly off the charts. Randy Arozarena did not get much big league experience last year, just had 20 at-bats. I did see him play against the Giants late in September in 2019. 6 hits in 20 at-bats. That's a 300 average with a bomb. But we got to look at his minor league stats to get a bigger sample size. And in 2019, he had 343 at-bats throughout AAA and AA. And he hit 344 with 15 home runs. So he obviously had no issues hitting in the minor leagues. And there's no reason to think that he can't hit well in the big leagues, since he barely got a chance and he did okay in the little bit of at-bats that he had. So I think the big pickup here is not so much Martinez, but it's Arozarena. And the Rays have to be thinking this guy is going to be one of our key pieces of the future. And they also want that higher draft pick, and maybe they just weren't too high on Liberatore. I don't know, but the trade is done, and we'll just have to see how it works out. Why I think the Cardinals might have got this is because they just picked up an extremely high draft pick, a very good pitcher, a pitcher who has a devastating curve. He doesn't throw 100 miles an hour, but he gets guys out. He is a good pitcher. We'll see how things work out. I don't know. This is a deal. It's very close. It's hard to say who won the deal. This looks like a pretty good deal, possibly for both sides, which is ideal. So the Rays just jumped ahead. They're going to get probably a second-round pick. The Cardinals are now going to drop down to a third-round pick. But, you know, draft picks, who knows? You could draft in the third round and get the next Mike Trout. You can draft in the second round and get a guy who never makes it to the big leagues. This is the deal right here. A pretty big move right here because Liberatore is now going to be with the Cardinals organization. And I think the Cardinals are extremely thrilled to have that pitching depth and a guy who could be a part of their rotation very soon. So what do you guys think about the trade? Who won this deal? The Rays or the Cards, or was it about even? What do you think about it? Let me know below. Thank you for joining me. Just wanted to update you on this trade. If you hadn't heard about it, we got merchandise at Humm Baby Baseball. Here's a t-shirt right here. Check out the merch store, HummBabyBaseball.com. Check out the Patreon page. Check out my links in the description. Check out my Twitter account. We got more news coming soon. Astros punishments are coming down. Giants are getting ready for spring training. Lot to talk about, and we'll talk about it soon. See ya! When the Giants come to town, it's 5